Purusha, a Sonic Adventure. Episode 2, The Frequency.
Sequence initiated. Propulsion system engaged. Exhaust firing in 30 seconds.
I'm sorry, do we have to listen?
Everything okay?
Yes, I'd just rather not have to hear the engine. It makes me feel sick.
Well, there's only a 3.2% chance we won't make it to orbit.
James!
Give or take.
That noise is just reminding me how delicate everything about this is.
It's fine. That sound is just a series of highly combustible gases all mixing together.
I hate you.
It would be a very quick death.
Please, can we just not?
We could put something on if that would help.
I need to keep PAL running for updates.
Just quietly.
Yes, anything. Just ambience. Please?
Fine. Any preference?
Thank you, yes. POW. Play concentric lanes. Wavemaker. Please.
Of course, Ambedkar. An excellent choice. Purusha will launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thrust is good at 34.5 million newtons and climbing. Firing CRBS. Thrust is good at 1,340 tons. Estimated time until escape velocity, 40 seconds. Current speed, 21,000 miles per hour. CRBs jettisoned. Kinetic energy against air resistance, even. Passing the Kármán line in 3, 2, 1. Current speed is 26,000 miles per hour. Payload fairing jettisoned. 25 tons of liquid hydrogen burned. 150 tons of liquid oxygen burned. Height good at 200 kilometers. Propellant emptying in 3, 2, 1. Cryogenic main engine jettisoned. Leaving Earth's atmosphere. Moving into orbit. ESCA igniting. Thrust is good. Current speed, 32,000 miles per hour. Escape velocity reached. Takeoff successful. Quiet land. Purusha is born.
Yay! That's enough, PAL. You can turn the music off now.
That was delightful.
Sorry, Ymir. Just need to listen for a moment.
Moving reserves of liquid nitrogen and liquid oxygen to main body of the rocket. ESCA jettisoned. Setting course for the Philharmonic Station. Payload safe and fully operational.
Thank you, POW.
Yes, thank you, pal. We love it when you refer to us as a payload.
Section Leader Muller and crew members Ymir, Kolbrook, and Bedkar all exhibiting elevated breath, pulse, blood pressure, and temperature. Verdict? Non-threatening.
He'll snap out of it in a moment.
Speed, 44,000 miles per hour. Purusha's onboard radiation level is non-threatening to human life. Time until destination, 36 years.
36 years.
You okay?
Yes, that's just... Yeah,
Yeah.
a lifetime.
Well, not for us. For us, it will be a blink.
PAL, switch to crew mode.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now unfasten your seatbelts and move freely around the cabin.
Welcome back, POW. We missed you.
I missed you too, Ambedkar. I see we didn't explode on takeoff, Kolbrook. I guess you owe me £100. Who's laughing now?
PAL, could you open the visor, please? This has been a very long time coming. I'd like to see what we've won.
And there she is.
Big, blue, beautiful Earth.
Goodbye, Earth. Remember us when we get back.
There's no denying it. It really isn't flat.
What a view.
You know, Buzz Aldrin was the guest speaker at my graduation.
Oh, very cool.
He told this really long joke about what it was like to see Earth from space for the first time, and no one laughed. So he shrugged and was like, "Guess you had to be there." Boom. Mic drop.
Ambed, are you okay?
It's really quite affecting, isn't it? I've waited a long time to see this. It's everything I hoped for. I've spent my life staring into a microscope or practicing by myself. So many years with such a narrow focus, and now I get to see this. The broadest view of all. We are part of a very elite club now, ladies and gentlemen. And you can count on our fingers how many people have seen the Earth from up here. And before we're done, we'll have seen things that no one has ever seen before. And no one may ever see again.
It's quite a thought. What was the song? Was it one of yours?
Sort of. Just something I've been making with Pau. I've been testing some things out to see what he can do.
I think it turned out quite well.
And he's modest.
You made it with him.
Yes. I honestly didn't have it in mind for the launch, but
No, it was mesmerising. It captured the moment quite perfectly, dancing on the edge of familiar. There's our world where we spent our whole lives. She looks so strange from here, like she doesn't even know she's home to a billion tiny people with their own tiny lives.
Are you feeling better now, Ambed? You seemed rattled.
I think under the circumstance that's allowed, but yes, I'm feeling better now. I appreciate the concern.
You know, I think in a way, I always knew that I'd be this generation's Francis Drake. Do you think we'll get knighthoods for this?
Incoming communication from Quietland.
Yep, open the channel.
Hello, Purusha. This is Isaac, your stage manager. From myself and everyone at Ground Control, I would like to congratulate you on a flawless takeoff. Welcome to space. How's it looking up there?
Inspiring.
I think I've got a song coming.
That's good to hear. We've got you on track for the Philharmonic Space Station. Pau should be activating your habitation ring shortly, and you can start thinking about settling into your new home. We're about 3 days away from the moon and our little press conference in orbit. Thank you again for agreeing to that. I think the whole world's looking forward to tuning in and hearing something pretty special.
No pressure.
After that, it's over to you four. I know it's a lot to get used to, but from tomorrow, the keyword for all of you should be routine. After the lunar concert, really try and settle into a good routine of writing and performing so we have plenty of your music to tide us over during the long sleep. We're still learning what sort of thing really provokes it, so the more you can give us, the better.
Provokes it.
Ultimately, it'll be up to you when you choose to bed down, but don't lose more than a year this side of the sleep. We need you fit and healthy on the Philharmonic. Rule of thumb, if you're still going when you reach Mars, that's impressive. If you're still going when you reach Jupiter, that's a problem.
What would that be?
About 5 years.
Whatever you choose, Power will be waking you up a few days short of the station so you can prepare for docking. First step will be to check in with Earth so Quietland can bring you up to speed.
You'll be a very old man by then.
Hopefully. But just a blink for you four. We can talk about all that later. For now, I'll leave you be. Get yourselves comfortable, and we'll speak in the next couple of days about the lunar concert. Section leader Muller and players Ymir and Bedkar and Colebrook, well done today. Now go and create something beautiful.
Bye, Isaac.
The Philharmonic. Is everyone else picturing the space station like a floating Sydney Opera House?
That would be incredible. Not remotely aerodynamic, but incredible.
I hope it's got a pool.
Oh yes, it would be great to float around in something.
Oh, I hope it's got a bar.
I'll drink to that.
It will be strange being the only ones there. I guess it'll be our job to make it all feel like home for the others when they arrive.
If they arrive.
If they arrive in our lifetime.
If I die before they arrive, I'd like to be stuffed and placed by the airlock with my guitar to welcome them.
I can do that.
Gruesome. Who knows what will happen in 36 years? They might send out others to meet us there in the next couple of months.
They might beat us there.
Is that possible?
Improbable, but who's to say? Quietland are building bigger and better technology every day. We could wake up in 36 years to see that Isaac got there before us.
Or we'll wake up to a message from Isaac telling us the frequency was just a mistake. Just a big space fart. Don't bother getting off at the Philharmonic. Just pop a Yui and come straight back home, please.
70 years wasted. Don't say that.
Well, only Earth years. We won't have aged a day. Haven't you always wanted to see the future?
No.
Might not be an Earth to go back to.
Enough. I think it's better we don't start speculating this side of the sleep. Or at all. One thing at a time, and focus on the things we can control. That's the only way we're staying sane out here. We've got a lot to do, and I, for one, would like to make a start. Pow, fire up the habitation ring, please. I want to stretch my legs and make sure everything is where I left it.
Yes, Section Leader.
Everyone else, bring it in. I want to chat. Firstly, we did it.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Just as planned. Flawless launch. Like Amber said, we've all put in a lot of hours to be here. We've earned this, so soak it up. But this view, this is the new normal. No amount of dressing it up is going to hide the fact that we are surrounded by miles and miles of nothingness in every direction. And that's going to take some getting used to. Don't expect it to happen today or tomorrow, but let's keep checking in with each other. And if you start feeling...
Spaced?
Ugh.
I guess that's as good a word for it as any. Yes, if you start feeling spaced, then you can guarantee someone else will be going through the same thing. My door is always going to be open if you ever need me. I'm there. Always. Understood?
Thanks, Muller.
And I mean it, I don't want to make any subjects taboo, but focus on the things that we can control. There are more than enough unknowns on this mission, and we're 36 years away from getting any answers. So go easy with that rabbit hole.
You're no fun.
Last thing, I thought it might be fun for us to kick off with a sharing tonight. No pressure, just a relaxed evening. Maybe some work in progress pieces if anyone's feeling creative. I think I'm going to sit down and get some first impressions off my chest. What do you all think?
Yes, please. If I don't start working soon, I feel like my head will explode. I haven't felt this creative in years.
Good.
I can rustle something up.
I think that would be a lovely way to start proceedings.
Excellent. Then, pal, set an alarm for 9 o'clock Earth time. That gives us 5 hours to settle in and get something together if you want to. Again, no pressure if not. We can just jam or chat instead. But this is our first evening together, and I think it would be nice to mark the occasion somehow. Let's bust out some freeze-dried ice cream and have a good time.
Wild.
Right. Okay, I'm clocking off for a bit. Pow, take the wheel.
Before we go,
Yes, Ymir?
can we listen to it?
The frequency?
Yes. If no one else minds, I'd just like to... I mean, it's right out there. Outside the ship. Everywhere. It's our audience for the next 36 years. I'd like to get to know it.
How does everyone else feel about that?
I'm game.
Absolutely.
I just think it would be good to hear it again. Before I do any writing.
Okay. Pow, play it.
There it is.
Haunting.
It's beautiful.
What are you?
Do you think it's talking to us? Welcoming us to space?
Careful, Ymir.
Let me speculate just this once. It's called us out here after all. We're hunting it across the galaxy and writing it 100 different songs just to see what...
Provokes it.
No. What moves it. We're learning what music means to a different species.
Maybe.
Or entity.
What music means to God.
It's not God. It's not even an it. It can't be.
What else makes a noise like that, James?
Anything. Everything has a frequency. You just need to know how to listen.
But that's not a frequency, James.
Oh, here we go again.
That's a melody. That's music.
Is it? Or do you just want it to be?
It listens to us, doesn't it? It's been responding.
Confirmation bias. Has anyone tried playing it backwards yet? See if there's a hidden message in it? Make sure we're not heading towards the devil?
Occam's razor. The simplest solution is that whatever that sound is, isn't it. And it is calling to us.
Then what's it saying?
Maybe it knows we're coming.
Maybe it's waiting for us.
Recording complete.
Bravo.
The space blob will be very pleased indeed.
I can't believe that's an afternoon's work. I had nothing.
Well, you know, sometimes it comes and sometimes it doesn't. Besides, the piano is beautiful. In 15 years of concerts, it's possibly the best thing I've ever played on. It's certainly better than the Enos. I'd come to terms with spending the rest of my life playing on a standing or a keyboard, but it's beautiful. I could play all day.
Well, that's the idea.
Besides, the more you play, the less the rest of us have to, right?
Wrong.
Is there something else you'd rather be doing, James? The Purusha is rather short on procrastination activities.
Well, thought I'd jump in the space cruiser one day, go for a little jaunt.
There is no space cruiser, Colebrook.
Can I just dangle off the side of the ship in my spacesuit, jam in the abyss?
Right, come on. Who's next?
I know it's not a competition, but Ymir, you've set the bar very high. Don't want the frequency developing favourites this side of the big sleep.
Thank you, Ambedkar. That's very kind of you to say.
Why don't you give us a duet, Ambed?
Okay, with?
What about Pow? You said he's one of the team now. Let's see what he can do.
Well, it's still early days, but yes, I was thinking the same thing. I've been experimenting with Pow's looping functionality since I think my quartet days are done. Wondered if I could replicate it by myself.
Because one Ambed wasn't enough, you've created the world's most state-of-the-art loop pedal.
Basically, yes, but I think you'll be quite impressed by what Pow can add. Ready, Pow?
Ready, Ambedkar.
Try to keep up.
Not bad.
Thank you. Like you said, the world's most expensive loop pedal.
That was more than just looping.
Correct.
He was
Joining in.
composing.
And following along.
How were you doing that?
Pow can be a very intuitive aid.
So Pow creates like we do.
Well, yes and no. Pow, isolate the tenor line. Okay, Pow, in your own time. Start to develop that theme as you please. That's enough, Pow.
That was...
And James is finally speechless.
Glorified loop pedal indeed.
I take it back. I am very impressed.
Thank you, James. I am very impressive.
And I thought he had no taste. But he really can compose.
Recompose, at best. Really, that was just Pow picking from a catalogue of choices. But if I was being cynical, I would say that is what composition boils down to.
You really weren't kidding when you said he'd had an update. That's a lot. You'll need to show me how that all works. I'd love to have a play.
Well, Pow takes the hard work out.
Pow takes us out of the equation altogether.
Not quite. Pow has a bank of highly convincing MIDI effects and a comprehensive archive of the classics, but like I said, it's only a formula. To say that makes us obsolete would be to say there is no point in anyone making art because there's no new decisions left to be made, and I think we all know that's not true. Pow knows every word in the dictionary in every language, but he's not going to be the next Dickens. It's the same with music. He knows every note and how they coexist, but
But he's learning all the time. He's learning from us.
Yes, but...
Who's to say when we wake up in 35 years he hasn't figured it all out? He could churn out a masterpiece every hour. Then what's the point in us?
Pow, have you been working on some music for the sharing?
Oh, yes. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Recording finished. What do you think?
See what I mean?
I suppose.
In tandem with our skill sets, he is a phenomenal asset, but alone, Pow only has a very basic ability to think. He will learn, yes, but creativity? Organic thought? I don't know if Pow will ever manage that. I don't know if any AI will ever manage that. How can we ever explain why we make the choices we make? How do you program a machine to understand beauty or sorrow?
Or regret.
Exactly. Is any of that even relevant to a machine? We're a very long way from becoming obsolete, Ymir, and egos aside, how good Pow is or isn't shouldn't matter. What matters is if any of this provokes the frequency. If it's not Pow, it will be one of us. We're not here to create music that will be remembered. We're here to find that, whatever that is.
God.
Maybe. But if Pow can churn out a masterpiece every hour, we can sit back and be scientists.
So you'd be happy waking up to find that Pow has been happily communicating with the frequency while we've been sleeping and there's no need for us to be here whatsoever.
If it leads us to that, then yes. The greatest discoveries are still to be made when we find whatever the origin of that sound is. Music is just what gets us there.
But it means the four of us never needed to be here. They could have just sent Pow into space and left us to lead our lives on Earth.
We all chose to be here, right? We knew what this mission was about. No one twisted our arms. It's more than just music.
Thank you all for a lovely evening, but I think I'm going to bed now.
I haven't even played yet.
Is everything okay, Ymir?
Did I say something wrong?
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry if I said something to offend you.
I'm just tired.
Please stay, Ymir.
Yeah, I wrote a love song just for you.
Sorry, James. I'll stay if you have something you'd like to share.
Oh, no, it's terrible anyway. But I was looking forward to playing something together. Don't stay on my account, though. We've got all the time in the world.
I really am sorry, Ymir. I got carried away there. What do you say? Just the four of us play something together. Pau can sit back and listen.
Yes, please.
Go on, Ymir. I know you can't resist a little bit of this.
Stop it, James.
Only if you want to, Ymir. I'm in if you are.
Okay.
Take it away.
Recording finished.
Well, what do you know? We're pretty good.
We're a good team. Thanks for saying, Ymir. I'm sorry again.
Don't be. I needed that. Now, if no one has anything else to share, then I think I'll call it a day.
I think I'll follow suit. I'm knackered.
If we wake up tomorrow and the frequency hasn't replied, then we'll know that whatever it is has terrible taste.
Good work today, everyone. Today was always going to be difficult and we did it. We'll check in tomorrow for breakfast and work out the day's activity from there, okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Night, Muller. Night, everyone.
Good night, Ymir.
Good night.
Night, boys.
See you in the morning.
Do you think we'll ever stop talking in Earth time? Daytime, nighttime, morning, afternoon, etc.?
Not in this lifetime. You going as well?
Nearly. I'm just going to watch a bit longer.
It hasn't got old yet.
I'm not sure it ever will. There's just so little. You know?
And so much. I would murder a Scotch right now.
Please tell me you're hiding a bottle.
Sadly, no.
It really doesn't bother you at all that one day Pal could become better than you at the instrument you spent a lifetime learning to master. At every instrument.
Well, I made Pau.
Yeah, fair point.
Asked the man that invented the piano what he thought of Beethoven. Was I being abrasive earlier?
You're always abrasive.
To Ymir.
I don't know. We've all got Earth baggage. Who knows what she's left behind? Not everyone gets the luxury of running away to space.
Just the lucky ones.
The lucky ones. No, I hate it.
What's that?
Well, we need a band name for when we meet the frequency.
What do you think, Pau? Band names. What should the four of us call ourselves?
Roots of Furthest.
Well, actually, that's not bad at all.
What the hell, pal? That's amazing! I thought you said he wasn't creative.
I used a random band name generator that I found on the internet. I thought that was the best option from the list. Unless you like Reclusive Junkie and the Misfortunes.
I love Reclusive Junkie and the Misfortunes. We'll put the options to the gang in the morning.
You sticking around? I'm going to make sure that Pau's saved everything and then try and get some sleep.
I honestly had no idea Pal still had an internet connection. In that case, I will indeed be heading to my bedroom to do some, browsing.
Disgusting.
Come on, Pal, let's go have some fun.
Okay, Colebrook.
Night, Ambedkar.
I hate you.
I don't think James realizes that I can be in multiple places at the same time.
I think you could fill a book with the amount of things James doesn't know. Could you keep an eye on Ymir for me, please, Pow?
Yes, Ambedkar. Anything particular you would like me to keep an eye out for?
Any more outbursts like earlier? Red flags, things like that. I think there's something she isn't sharing.
Of course. But you know I have a duty of care to everyone on board.
Of course. I just want to know if we should be worried about her.
You shouldn't be worried about anything. I can see that you are getting tired. Perhaps it is time for you to go to bed as well.
Let me hear it first. One more time. Then bed.
It is quite Moorish, isn't it?
What are you?
Thank you for listening to episode 2 of Purusha, a 10-part Sonic adventure. Tune in next week for episode 3, Lunar Concert.